The current treatment of Nnamdi Kanu has exposed a familiar pattern that the federal government used during the Civil War of 1967 against Ndigbo. It is just exposing more the methods that the Nigerian government used against Ndigbo to commit atrocities that killed up to 3 to 6 million children and mothers during the 1967 Nigerian Biafra War. Nnamdi Kanu has been denied, of course, medicine, food, and proper medical health care in the DSS dungeon for a very long time, leading to a breakdown in his current health. Are we not familiar with this pattern? Doesn't it ring a bell somewhere? Remember in 1967, during Nigerian Biafra War, 3 million to 6 million Igbo children and mothers were massacred, were killed, not by the shot of a gun, but by also denial of food, medicine, and treatment. And all these things led to the torture of Ndigbo during the Civil War. This is familiar territory that we are in. As you are seeing, obviously, a pattern of genocide that Nigeria has resurrected again in 2025, using it on Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo man, just like 1967 was also an Igbo man, Ojukwu, who led the Biafran quest. And of course, back then, 1967, it was a Yoruba man by name Awolowo who was responsible for this evil, idea and treatment on Ndigbo. That was Awolowo. Now, 2025, it is still a Yoruba man by name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is responsible for his present denial also of the same things that led to the genocide of Ndigbo in 1967, supervised by another Yoruba man, a lawyer, a judge named Omotosho. Are we not seeing a pattern? Are we not seeing a pattern of extermination by one tribe against the other? A pattern of starve them until they die. Keep starving them until they die. We don't need them alive. That same familiar territory has resurrected. The book has been dusted. And the book has been brought back again to use in this current time. This familiar territory by this particular tribe against the same particular tribe few decades later. How is it that they say that the world always goes round and keeps coming back to the same spot? This world is a very funny place. Yeah. You're surprised. You're surprised. I'm also surprised too. But don't be surprised. That is the word for you. Everything you see today in life will come back again tomorrow. It moves in circles. For people who are saying, hey, one day Nigeria will be better. One day Nigeria will be good. Hey, ethnicity is this and that. Look at, we are living in the reality that Nnamdi Kanu is living the life of 1967. A resurrection of the same pattern. A resurrection, a repeat. And just like in 1967, Nnamdi Kanu has been blockaded like Biafra. Just like 1967 Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu has been blockaded. Anything concerning his health, food, water, treatment, everything has been denied him. Denied. That is why he is sinking where he is. Because this is familiar pattern used to kill, to buy Igbos during the 1967 Biafra War. They are importing that pattern again against Nnamdi Kanu. Because it worked wonders for them. Because it did miracle for them in a short time. So they felt that was what ended the war. After the 3 years of fighting, why can't we employ the same to end his life? So that he keeps quiet. Anything called Biafra has a pattern of ending. It has a pattern to be quenched according to the Britain. Buy them. Buy them through hunger. Buy them through food. Buy them through medicine. Anything, just buy them. That is the way the world answers Biafras. Not to look at what they are saying, not to solve the problems that are arising, but to put an end to their voice, to silence their voices. Oh my God. This world has consumed people. This world has silenced voices. Voices that tried to change the world have either been silenced or been rendered useless. That is why the world is being run by criminals, crooks, and thieves. Nigeria, of course, is being run by criminals, crooks, and thieves, because if you decide to talk, you may not live to finish that statement you were trying to make. The blockade of Nnamdi Kanu is very visible for all to see. And I'm calling the international community, the US, the UN, the African Union, the ECOWAS to see something terrible is happening in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu has been blockaded like 1967, Biafran War. The blockade has been brought back again. The playbook has been brought back again. Aren't we seeing it clear? By the same people, by the same tribe against the familiar tribe. Why is it always them? Why? I try my best not to get tribalistic, but every time I see the pattern, I have no choice but to speak out on ethnic genocide. We don't share the same land. You are in the southwest, we are in the southeast. How? What is all this about? If you don't like Igbos, call the country and let them go. Let them go in peace. Why do you keep harboring people that you cannot live with? Why? Unholy romance. Then now you are blockading Nnamdi Kanu using that particular familiar method again. Why didn't you blockade all other Boko Haram criminals you put in the cell? Why didn't you blockade El Zakzaki? Why didn't you blockade Anini? Why didn't you blockade Shino Rambo? Why didn't you blockade Charles Oka and those of them who you have arrested and put in the prison for long? Why didn't you blockade criminals who are stealing Nigerians' money, Nigerians' wealth over these years, who have been found guilty somehow maybe? Why didn't you blockade them? Why didn't you blockade Boko Haram terrorists that you arrested and you released? Why did you blockade Nnamdi Kanu when he has committed no offense proven by law? What you are doing now is you are using your mouth to judge him yourself. He has been judged by individuals. We have now turned to court of law ourselves. The government is not a court of law. Tinubu is not a court of law to decide, just like Buhari, a court of law, a common citizen. You decide to arrest, prosecute yourself without the court saying anything. Then you blockade Nnamdi Kanu from any proper medical health care, from any proper food, drink, medicine that can make him feel better, from any proper medical treatment, first class, that can see him become healthy tomorrow. Nnamdi Kanu has been blockaded. Nnamdi Kanu, just like Biafra, 1967 has been blockaded. And I'm raising this alarm right now for the world to see. For the world to see that this is a familiar pattern. That Nnamdi Kanu has been condemned. He has been left to rot. They don't care about his life. They don't care about the trial. All they are trying to do, they're trying to play the familiar script of 1967. Yes. Yes, tell me. What else are they doing? I don't know what kind of politicians we have in the southeast, and that is why I'm very ashamed of myself. Because Nnamdi Kanu comes from a state and has a governor and has a senator. I saw Abaribe speaking about Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I don't blame Abaribe because he has tried his best over the years. He has been speaking, but that does not mean that you should go quiet or calm. I think you can't abandon your own. That's why I keep on commending Obi Agwocha every day, because he is a man that has proven himself that this man is a leader, He's a man that actually has been there for Nnamdi Kanu over the years and over time. Because if the Southeast leaders have come out together with one voice, taking the risk to press for Nnamdi Kanu's release, by now he would have come out. That is the truth. He would have come out by now. But all of you talk tongue in cheek. You speak with one mouth and say another thing to another mouth. Some claim they go to Abuja to discuss with Tinubu. Where are the details of what you discuss with Tinubu? Where is the audio? Where is the video? Let us know. Not by saying that you went to Tinubu to talk, to tell Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe you have gone there to tell Tinubu to even tie his chains stronger, to even demand that why is he still alive? Why can't you do this quick for us? Maybe even the federal government are even the one keeping Nnamdi Kanu alive against what the Southeast governors want. Because when something keeps happening to somebody and it's not changing, what does it mean? It means that the people around him does not want it to change. It's a simple case. If you are governors, senators want it to change, by now you would have had series of meetings, you would have carried yourself delegations, use it as a leverage to ask for the release of your son, knowing very well the popularity he has in the Southeast. But it's obvious that maybe the popularity he has in the Southeast, it is what exactly is giving you people headache. It's a threat to you people, clearly. Because now it will be as if whoever wants to be a governor will go and shake Nnamdi Kanu's hand, or will go and kiss the ring of the king. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. Nnamdi Kanu is not about that. Nnamdi Kanu is not about that. Just do what the people like, and you will be voted for if you're a politician. You don't need to kiss anybody's ring. You don't need to love or like anybody. People need a better life. People need hope. Just give them these basic things and you will see. You will see them flock around you. There's no two ways about it. Simple. End the blockade of Nnamdi Kanu today and let him receive proper medical checkup. If anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, his blood will be on the head of Tinubu and Omotosho. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notification, select the bell that says all to get notified whenever I release a video. I have been your host, Chi Ne Do. Thank you for watching my video. So I'll see you next one. Peace.